Today I'm going to talk about 2 examples of things that I do that most normal people probably wouldn't do. These are things that are probably going to make you think of me as an idiot. And you'd be right. So let's jump right in with this. Dumb thing that I keep doing, number 1. Sometimes I'll be writing something for homework, I'll be hard in concentration, writing so hard that steam's coming out of the pen, but then I get bored. I'll stop writing for a few seconds while I'm thinking of some stupid stuff like ideas for videos, what-if scenarios, story ideas, and generally just other things like that. And after a while, I'll start writing again, trying to concentrate, but that funny line for a script or an idea for a part of a story is stuck in my head while I start writing. So, rather than do my work in full concentration, still giving a good portion of my brain capacity to unrelated junk. Then, after I write a bit more of a sentence, I'll reread it and I'll think, wait a minute, something isn't quite right here. So now I'll read it again, or a few times. And that's when I realised that instead of finishing the sentence normally, I just haphazardly stuffed some dumb idea that I've had in my head at the end of it. One recent example was while I was writing down an answer for some of my chemistry work, instead of writing down an answer that made sense, I ended up scribbling down, "That's why first ionization energy decreases down the..." So it seems so good, logical, and scientific so far. Then you read the rest of it. Decreases down the horse. Then I quickly stopped writing after I realised what I was doing. And yes, this is an actual example, and it is something that I do. It pains me. One thing that I've noticed though is that it transitions smoothly into nonsense when I do this. Yeah, smoothly is used loosely there. But what I mean is, most times it transitions from basic words like and, the, as, that are really common. On the bright side though, I only get one or a few words out before my spidey senses tingle and I notice that I've screwed up. I mean, just imagine if I didn't notice. I'd be turning in whole essays about theme parks and dumb things that I keep doing instead of answering 1 or 2 mark science questions. So, let this be a lesson to you all. If you're going to stop concentrating on your work, do it at the end of a sentence. But let's highlight the peak of my stupidity. I find this one kind of funny because it's something that only ever seems to happen when I'm with a certain friend. So, what we'll be doing is we'll go to watch a movie in the cinema, and when we're in town and we're waiting for the movie to start, we'll normally go and get something to eat or go looking around shops and things. We'll decide where we want to go, and we'll start walking. But not towards where we want to go, but in a fairly random direction. And after like 5 minutes, one of us will finally notice and ask, "Wait, where are we going?" And the other one will respond with, "I was following you." Then we realise we spent the past 5 minutes following each other without noticing. Because we're geniuses. And what's really confusing about this is that we don't just move in one straight line when we're doing this. No, we somehow manage to make turns. And you'd expect us to realise after enough times, but we still do this like 80% of the time. And sometimes I'll ask when we start moving. So who is following who? To stop this from inevitably happening. Thanks for watching. Maybe stick around by either subscribing or watching one of my other videos.